Maple Hollow, Michigan wasn't the kind of place where people vanished. Nestled between farmland and forest, it was the sort of town where gossip was currency and everyone's routines overlapped like clockwork. So when Emily Hart, a 32-year-old nurse at Maple Hollow Regional Hospital, didn't show up for her Friday morning shift in November of 2019, people noticed immediately. She was never late. Not once, recalled her coworker, Rachel McCready, who worked the same rotation. I called her phone 3 times before realizing something was wrong. Police found Emily's car in her driveway, her purse on the kitchen counter, her nurse's scrubs laid neatly on the bed. Her phone was still plugged into the wall, but Emily was gone. Within hours, the Maple Hollow Police Department launched a search effort. Dozens of volunteers combed through nearby woods and riverbanks. Helicopters circled overhead. It seemed like everyone in town was looking for Emily. For a while, it seemed like she had just vanished into thin air. Investigators first considered the obvious: a random abduction. A neighbor reported seeing a dark SUV parked along the rural road near Emily's farmhouse the night before she disappeared. Detectives collected tire tracks and canvassed local gas stations for surveillance footage, but nothing led anywhere. She didn't have enemies, said Police Chief Daniel Ricks in an early press conference. We're not ruling anything out, but this appears to be a random act. But that theory began to unravel when detectives examined Emily's phone and computer. Hidden beneath her work emails was a secret folder, containing dozens of messages exchanged under an alias with a contact listed only as P. The emails revealed a romantic relationship Emily had kept hidden from almost everyone. When investigators traced the messages, they led to Dr. Peter Lawson, a respected physician at the same hospital. Dr. Lawson was married, a father of 2, and by all accounts, one of the most admired men in town. When questioned, he admitted to the affair but insisted he hadn't seen Emily in weeks. I ended things, Lawson told detectives. She wanted more and I couldn't give it. But I swear, I didn't hurt her. His alibi, dinner with his wife and children, checked out. Still, suspicion lingered. Town gossip turned vicious, and the once heroic doctor became a pariah overnight. But just as the investigation seemed to settle on Lawson as the prime suspect, a new lead emerged from an unlikely source. Emily's neighbor, Margaret Keene. She'd been fighting with her brother, Mrs. Keene told police. I heard them shouting the night before she went missing. That detail would change everything. Emily's younger brother, Tyler Hart, 28, had recently moved back to Maple Hollow after losing his job out of state. He was living temporarily with Emily and reportedly struggling with money and addiction. When detectives questioned him, he appeared cooperative but nervous. Tyler claimed he'd left town the night she disappeared to visit a friend several hours away. However, security footage showed his pickup truck near Emily's road around midnight that same night. Then came the discovery that broke the case open. During spring thaw, 3 months after Emily vanished, a hiker found a gold locket along the Maple River. It was engraved with the initials EH. Divers searched the water and recovered a canvas duffel bag. Inside were Emily's missing clothes, her broken hospital ID, and traces of blood. DNA confirmed it was hers. Faced with mounting evidence, Tyler eventually broke down. His confession was both horrifying and tragic. He told detectives that he and Emily had argued about money that night. She had confronted him over stealing prescription medication from her home, threatening to report him to the authorities. I didn't mean for it to happen, he said during his recorded statement. She pushed me. I pushed back. She fell and hit her head. I panicked. He wrapped her body, placed her in the duffel bag, and dumped it into the river, believing it would never be found. Tyler Hart was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and evidence tampering. The trial gripped Maple Hollow for months. People filled the courthouse steps daily, many wearing ribbons in Emily's favorite color, sky blue. When the guilty verdict was read, there were no cheers, just silence. Dr. Lawson quietly relocated his family. Mrs. Keene stopped sitting on her front porch, and the hospital dedicated its garden to Emily with a plaque reading, "In memory of Nurse Emily Hart, whose compassion reached beyond her time." Tyler Hart was sentenced to 25 years in prison. At sentencing, he wept openly. "She believed I could change," he said softly, "and I destroyed that." Even now, years later, people in Maple Hollow still talk about Emily. The tragedy wasn't just in her death. It was in the betrayal of trust, the quiet unraveling of a family, and the reminder that evil doesn't always arrive in the form of a stranger's SUV. Sometimes it comes from someone standing right beside you,